Good morning and welcome to Manifest Your Mondays with me, Johnny Can, your certified high performance coach. Have you ever wondered why we don't move into action, why we say the things that we want to do but don't follow through, why we don't go to the gym when we've committed to it and we know it's really good for us? What is it that we do, and why do we do these things that really stop us from becoming our best selves? From why do we go for that extra bag of chips when we necessarily shouldn't, but we do it anyways? So that's what I want to converse about this week and what I want to challenge you on. Now, before we do that, I just want to do a quick review, as well as I want to acknowledge everybody that's been paying attention, watching Manifest Your Mondays since I started in April. I'm doing this because it's a journey for me to share with you the tools that I use to really help me get out of these stuck moments and these challenging moments, because how I want to grow and what I want to become is very important to me, for my community, my friends, my family. And there's a lot of really bad stuff that are going on in the world, and I want to be a beacon of hope, a beacon of light, a beacon of potential, and share some of my challenges and share some of my struggles, but as well the tools that I've been trained to show my clients, as well as use for myself, so that I can be my best and be aware of what I need to do, and being aware of what really stops me. So have you ever gone to a restaurant and you've had a main dish, and that main dish has you have your entrees, you have your you have your proteins, you have your starches, and then you have your vegetables for the most part in the Western culture. Now, have you ever had those separately? Have you ever had the vegetables by itself, which is probably really good, because they add a little bit too much sodium sometimes, but that's restaurants. It's all about taste. Okay. Now, then you have your starches, which by itself are really good and amazing. And then you have your protein by itself, which, for the most part can be pretty tasty. But then when you start cutting into each piece and each area, and you start mixing them together, that you get this amazing medley of flavors, textures, smells, and all these things that play with your senses that really connect you and really put you in the moment, and really start enjoying that meal even more so. And then you have your appetizers, you have your salads, you have your desserts, you have your drinks, you have your wine, you have all these different things where you create this wonderful experience. Well, that's what I really want to focus on today in this session of Manifest Your Mondays, is that we get so bogged down sometimes, and we get stuck because we've tried all these different things, we've read the books, we've drank the coffees, we've done all these different things, and separately, all these motivational, inspirational aspects are great, but why don't you try stacking them? Why don't you try stacking all these inspirational aspects that helps you get even more results, gets you even more into action? So what is that? What does that look like? What can that potentially be? Well, here, what I'm going to tell you. So one of the things that has really helped me is stacking all these inspirational tools. One of the things that I recommend is, who needs you on your A game? Who needs me on my A game? So for example, for me to show up in what's really important, I need to show up for my clients. I need to show up for my dad. I need to show up for myself. So I've got that as one stack. Okay. Now another stack would be to add on to that. No different than when you have a sandwich and you've got the bread, you've got the protein, you've got the lettuce, you've got the sauces and the spreads and the sprouts, and we could go on and on and on. But the next thing that you can use is music. Stack what you think you need to show up for from yourself, your friends, your family, your coworkers, and then add music to that. I know I enjoy this song right now that really gets me going, and whenever it's played and where I work out at Oxygen Yaletown, it really gets me going. And one of the major sounds that I can relate to that inspires me is an alarm clock sound that's from the Sony Dream Machine back when I grew up. So to listen to that and to get that going, and then you have the instructor really pushing you, it motivates me. It gets me into that vibration of really performing and really showing up and getting work done. And then the third part that you can always use, that you can always choose, is that, what can you gain from that? What can you gain from, doing the work? Not what you fear, but what you gain. When you stack all those together, man, if that's not powerful enough for you, let me know. I'll work with you right now, and you tell me what your challenges are, and let's get this thing moving, because life is short. I've got a lot of friends that are going through some struggles and some challenges right now, and I'm there for them. I'm there for my clients. I'm here to cheer all of you on, no matter where you are. I was at some really good speaker series here in Vancouver, from the cold tea experience, as well as Blueprint put on this thing about the mind and it being wealthy, and it really discussed about people going through depression and anxiety and suicide. And I know my friends that I've lost through that, and that's one of the major reasons why I'm doing this right now, is to show you that there's ways, there's options, there's choices. And that's another big inspirational thing for me, is to show you that there are options, and that if you have these tools in your tool belt, you have access to them. So stack your inspiration, try that, see if that helps you moving, see if that gets you moving. Again, this is stuff that I recommend, that that I've been taught and trained, I use, as well as what my clients really enjoy and appreciate when we go through our coaching sessions. So again, I'm challenging you to look at how you could be more aligned with your words and your actions. And to do that, you got to use the tools that are out there, or not. It's totally up to you. There's no pressure. But if you really want to make an impact, and you really want to do things that you've always wanted to do, take my advice. And this is all about us working together. This is all about seeing what's out there, and together we rise.